today is Sunday, the 4th of November, and it is Sunday evening, so there will be shadow from the overhead light in the bedroom. By 3 weeks recovering from my car crash, excuse me, and I thought it was about time that I showed you all Eli, and indeed I thought it was about time that Mummy had some time with Eli. Feeling a lot more myself. I haven't taken any tramadol today, fingers crossed, because I really don't like that stuff. I don't like having that in my system, so fingers crossed that that's going to work okay. I'll take some at bedtime so I don't wake up in the night with pain. But if you don't know what I'm talking about, really my crash, because you don't watch me that often, then have a look back a few videos ago. You'll see that when I was coming back from the doll show, which is where I purchased Eli, I had quite a serious car accident, and this is 3 weeks today. So 3 weeks today I bought this little guy, and unfortunately the footage of where I store him on the store is missing, along with all the other footage off my camera. But I seen him on the store, and I do know the artist, and I saw him on her Facebook page, and he is just adorable. He is just adorable on her page, and this is the artist's name. Well, her name is Sally. This is her nursery. It's called Dream Child Nursery. Reborn artist Sally Rumsey. And she's also on Facebook. I'm trying to get it to focus, but it doesn't always want to. There we go. So I do follow her on Facebook. I've actually met her in person before the show as well. I knew that she did really cute babies. And I went with an intention. So these are the photos that she gave to me in the pack of Eli. When I purchased him, these were in his pack. I went to the show without particularly wanting to get a baby, and if I did see anything I like, it had to be I wanted a small one that I could travel with, because in January I'm off on a trip with my husband, and we have to have a very small baby to fit in my bag. I'm trying to get the thing down on my phone so I can just hold it easier. There we go. So what else did I have? I have this as well. This is Sally's caring instructions. So they're all in italics, so they're not always that easy to read. So there's another picture, and it is his hair. Whenever I send people a photo, whenever anybody sees him, it is his hair that they go crazy over. And you'll get a better look at that in a minute. This is his adoption certificate. So he's reborn from the Frederick by Ross Johnson, which is a retired edit kit. And there were only actually 100 of the kit made. This is from the show. This is the stalls that were at the show. This is a big show. This is the original Discover Doll Show. It's now just called the Doll Show. It was called the Discover Doll Show. It's at Peterborough. So here we go. It says Dream Child Nursery, Reborn Dolls, created with love by Reborn artist Sally Rumsey. Your baby has been created using fine quality materials and using current accepted artistic methods of creating reborns. However, in the case excuse me, in the case of any problems arising relating to my work, or does it need any extra attention, then that's Sally's got all Sally's information there to contact her. And these are learning about your reborn doll. I thought this was really, really good, learning about your reborn baby. It tells you like how it begins with a sculptor, and the mould is made from the sculpt, and the sculpts and the artists, they do spend many hours getting the baby to look realistic. So it gives all little things here. You need to get to know your baby, how it will move, how it will pose. The best way to do this is to think about how a real baby lies, very relaxed, to achieve these poses, your babies need a little support. And just watch, you know, when you're in the supermarket or at school gates, just have a look at how people pose their babies when they've come in, when you see them around in the malls when you're shopping. Take a large soft pillow, punch a hollow into the centre of it, and that's where your baby's bottom will fit. Your baby will support it all the way around now, and you can begin to play around posing her. Turn her head in different directions until you find the angle that pleases you best. Sorry. Push that little chin onto her chest. No one wants to look up a baby's nose. Move her arms and legs around, keep them close to her body. New babies tuck in and only throw their arms up when they're startled. So you really don't want to be looking for that. If you've ever seen a new baby, they're still like, they still think they're inside where they were all cocooned. So they created this form inside the tummy for 9 months. So it's going to be really hard for them to like stretch out their muscles. My second child was like that for weeks after, real curled up for weeks, until she slowly found her way in the world. So, you know, feel free to pause if you want to look at those. So that's all that came with her, and a thank you card, and also a thank you card, oh, and a box of chocolates. So I got all of those things. And so here he is, and like I said, the first thing that I showed everybody and what intrigued me, and I've not seen it anywhere, is his hair. This is painted. This is actually Sally's first time she's done this as well. But look at that hair. And I love how the way it comes around the eyebrows, along to the side of the head and up around. And this side as well. His head is quite hard to turn, which is my fault, because obviously when we had the car accident I had to put him all back together, so it made his head a little bit stiffer than he was when I purchased him. So now you're getting a good look at the skin tone on his face. It's lovely, isn't it? Look at those little cheeks. They're so squishy. And his little mouth. He looks, and there's just little titchy nostrils. Lovely eyelashes. And he takes, I had a modified, no I didn't. If you get one like him, he will need a modified dummy. I don't know what I've just done with this dummy. Is it in your clothes, mate? See, I don't know, Mum, we might come across it. But I've got the honey bug dummy for him that doesn't have a teat. Because of the shape of his mouth, the honey bug lays flat, so actually does look like the teat is dead in the mouth. It's one of the better ones. So now I'll take his clothes off a little bit. So obviously I put him back together. I had to, because I had to take him apart because he was soaking wet, because he was lost when I had the car accident. But he does have 3/4 sleeves. He's got, it's a cloth body. So it's cloth, it's lovely, it's not suede or anything. I believe it's handmade, although I wouldn't swear on that, but I believe it is handmade. I haven't put a nappy on him. And he has a nice bit of fat inside him, gives him a little bit of a belly, and he has some glass beads in him as well, in his belly. So yeah, he's got 3/4 arms. So this arm is not completely a closed fist, because it's got the thumb in the pinky, in the forefinger, kind of like touching. Then the next 2 fingers are closed, and then the little finger is poking out, and they're just the paintwork on them, the artistry. So look, if you look from that shadow, it really does look like they're apart. I mean, that is so clever. And then you come along to this arm. Again, another 3/4. He is altogether 18 inches, so he's a tiny baby. So I've had to buy a lot of prem clothes. Well, I haven't. I bought a few prem clothes for him. So I'll do a haul separately. He is matted. So he's not shiny. It's just the light, the reflective light that is making him shiny. So this hand, the thumb and the finger are kind of like together, but not. They're kind of like like that, so the finger is just below the thumb, and then the other 3 fingers are out, joined. So it's a nice size arm when it lays back down. And his legs, he's got 3/4 legs, and they are excellent. I just love the weighting in them because they're easy to maneuver with him. So they're bent legs. You've got little folds at the top, cute little knees. Let's show both knees together. Cute little knees, and you go down to the feet, and all of the toes are molded together. The big toe is outstretched a little bit more than the others though. Bottom of the feet are really cute. And so the toe on this left foot is like slightly bent in. So the toes are slightly curled over. But again, the toes are longer. So you've got one pokey outy toe and one scrunched toe. How cute is that? And I don't know, I wanted I want dolls of colour, you know, I want dolls of different minorities. I want dolls of different cultures in my collection. I've been looking for an Asian baby for about 2 years now, maybe even 3 years, and I haven't found one yet that I liked. So for me to actually pick up on this little guy as soon as I saw him was just amazing. Yes, I did see him on Facebook, but his Facebook pictures are completely different to seeing him in person. And it's his lovely hair that got me. And out of all of the dolls of colour that I've seen, there are none that to me, the hair looked as amazing as this. I think the hair is ultra realistic, really realistic. So much detail. And for Sally to say this is the first one she ever did, because she did have another doll of colour there. She had a girl. She was a little bit bigger. She was probably more like a toddler size. And but I just liked him. I don't know what it was about him. I just liked him. He doesn't need a teether, does he? I've had a Harry in here as well. So he is with his certificate of authenticity from Sally. She called him Ezra, baby Ezra. It's from Retired Edition, Frederick by Ross Johnson. Length 18 inches, weight 4 pounds 2 ounces. I don't know if he weighs that now because I did him. And he's made by Sally Ramsey of Dream Child Nursery, October 2018. How sweet, it was meant to be. So cute. Thanks everyone, I hope you all like him as much as I do. Bye.